Hi everyone, and welcome to this short video tutorial on how to use Basecamp for the Local Plan Leaders Network that's being launched on the 13th of May 2025. What you can see on the screen is the homepage for Basecamp. You can see all of the different projects that we run networks for here at the Planning Advisory Service and some of our internal kind of project plans as well. When you get sent the joining link for Basecamp, it will take you to a homepage very similar to this, where you'll be able to see the projects that you've been added to. Some of you might receive a slightly different email that says that you've been added to a project, and that's because you might already be part of one of our networks. So if you're part of our Biodiversity Net Gain Forum, our design code practitioners, our nationally significant infrastructure projects. We've also got some regional advocacies for design code. So we've got lots of existing networks. And if you're a member of those, you'll just receive a notification that you've been added to the Local Plan Leaders Network. If you haven't used Basecamp before or aren't one of our network people already, then you will receive an email from Basecamp with instructions about how to set your profile up and how to join for the very first time. And you'll be, as I said, led to this kind of homepage where you'll be able to see the projects that you have access to. What we recommend is when you get to this homepage is pinning the Local Plan Leaders Network to the top so that it's really easily accessible. And you can see there the Local Plan Leaders Network. This is the part of Basecamp where we'll be collating all of the discussion.
Mm-hmm. And the way that you pin it is up here. There's 3 dots on the right, on the top right. If you click on it on the top, it'll say pin project. So that'll take it to the top of your Basecamp homepage.
Great. What we recommend is that every time you want to access Basecamp and access the network, that you do either via the web or via the Basecamp app, which you can download once you've set up your profile and your login details. You will get email notifications if people put messages on a network that you're linked to. Those emails will give you the option to either reply in Basecamp, and you can click that link and it'll take you to the web-based version of Basecamp, or to reply in email. Just a word of caution, if you do reply via email, you're not just replying to the one person who's posted that message, you're replying to everybody on the network. So we recommend, if you do receive notifications about activity on the network, that you can log into Basecamp to read them and then decide if you want to respond or add to the conversation. So the Local Plan Leaders Network is going to have some kind of key features to its Basecamp. For those already on networks, this will feel quite familiar. So the most key feature is the message board, and that's where Paz will post information and messages about the network, and it's where network members can post questions or kind of have that learning or chuck in kind of documents or thoughts or issues that they want to share with the network. So Nina's taken us to the network. You can see that I've pinned to the top a welcome to the Leaders Network, which just kind of very high level kind of sets out what the network is and how we're going to be supporting authorities both in the current plan system and in the new local plan system.
And also just to note that when you comment on a message or when you post a message, you'll see down here people who are on the network will be notified, which will come up here, the notification box that says, hey, mine has 9 notifications. And so, yeah, when you post something, everyone in the network will be notified, unless you specifically on a post decide to unsubscribe, and you can click there, unsubscribe me, if there's a particularly popular one that you're not interested in getting notifications about.
Yeah, that's a good top tip. I have I think, removed myself on the conservation covenant discussion on biodiversity net gain for that very reason. Too many notifications in the
Yeah.
inbox for me. We will be. We've also put on the message board some instructional information around how to navigate Basecamp, how to find old messages, and how to filter by topic. We will pin those all to the top and include them in part of the joining email that goes out as well. So lots of information about how to best utilise Basecamp there. Nina, do you want to go through how you post a new message?
Yes. So on the top left here, you'll see it says new message. And so you'll click on this and you have the option to put it into a category, which can be really helpful. So if you have an announcement, if you have a question or a comment that you want to get some input on for the current system, you'll click on current plan system. These other ones kind of are just network settings on Basecamp, but the most important ones will probably be announcement, FYI, question, new plan system, and current plan system. So
yeah, and we're
yeah.
going, well, we strongly encourage you, if you've got a issue or a query or something you want to pose on the network, categorizing whether it relates to the current local plan system aiming for December 2026, or whether it's for the new and emerging local plan system that we're anticipating more detail on this year.
Yeah. So I'm just going to write, I don't know, question about new plans system. Oh, sorry. And then you see in here, it's just a normal body of text that you can put like links, you can add attachments and stuff if you have any like screenshots of anything that you want to put in or pictures and stuff. And then I'm just gonna post this to show you what it looks like. If you have something that you want to take time on, you can also save it as a draft and then post it later. You can schedule it to be posted at a certain time if it's something that's time sensitive. And then you can also, I would just suggest to keep all the people that can see the project to keep it easy for everyone. And then you'll click post this message. And then here, this will be where people can comment. And then everyone will be notified about the comment. And you can also do something called boost, which is just kind of like a way to give a thumbs up if, say, I have the same question. You can just do like an emoji or say like same here or something if you don't want to put an actual comment, which can be encouraging too. So when you go back to the message board, if you are someone that is looking for some advice on the new system, you can filter up here where it says all messages and then click on new plan system. And then you'll see my question that I just posted and all other questions that people post and advice and stuff. So yeah, I think that's everything about the message board.
Yeah, I think in terms of being able to filter, we're going to put anything that is a sort of instructional, how to use Basecamp, how to navigate it, the how-to guides. We're going to flag them all as FYI, so it's a nice, easy way to filter. I think we will also do any PAS announcements that are around upcoming events or support. We will either flag as new system, old system, or as announcements. So try and make it as easy as possible for people to filter in that way. So if we go back to the home, back to the network page, we've also got some other features that we're going to utilise. So you can see the second one along, docs and files. This is where we have put the presentation and the agenda for the webinar where we launched the network that was held on the 13th of May. And you can access that there. We're going to be starting to populate that docs and files area quite quickly in terms of things that we are generating as helpful tools. So some project management spreadsheets and guidance, some kind of lessons learned from our engagement with local authorities, and sort of any details we hear about emerging local plan reforms as well. So this is going to be a kind of real repository for all of the tools and guidance that PAS are going to be making for people to access really quickly.
Right.
And then the last big feature we're going to utilise is the schedule. So as discussed as part of the launch event, we're going to be holding monthly local plan leader drop-in sessions, and we're going to make sure that those cover a range of subjects over the year that are picked up as kind of key concerns or key areas of work for local planning authorities. You can see we've put a kind of provisional one in there that we haven't finalised the date for, but you can see here we're intending to hold a drop-in surgery with National Highways and discuss transport capacity and local plan examination issues. So you'll be able to come into the next scheduled event, and here's where we'll put all the details to join that event, the Teams link for signing up, and for popping into. And you can see the feature on the right hand side says add to my calendar, so you can click on that and it will generate a diary invite for Outlook or Google, depending on kind of what system your council operates on, so that it's in your diary and you don't need to miss it.
Great. Okay. Is there any other features that we wanted to mention?
I don't think so. Obviously, you can see as you scroll further down the screen, there's project activity, which is a kind of live stream of things that get posted on Basecamp and who they're posted by. So sometimes that's a way to kind of search. If you know the date that somebody posed a question and you can't seem to find it by the filter, you can kind of scroll back through the project activity and hopefully find the message thread that you were hoping for. I think that's all the features that we want to cover. I suppose I would just reiterate that we will be sending out the joining links for everyone who's joined the Local Plan Leaders Network thus far. We anticipate that people within their councils will want additional colleagues or people who weren't able to attend the launch event to join at a later date. So we're going to be setting up a process via our website where people can get in touch with us and get colleagues or additional councils kind of added to the network as well. And that will be included in our email correspondence, but we're also going to put something on our webpage about how people can access it and advertise that within forthcoming newsletters. Great. I hope everyone enjoys using Basecamp, and we're always on standby to kind of help people with issues that they might have around navigating or using the network. Thank you very much.
Thanks.